we are.
I'm a singer.
No, she's not. Absolutely not. Let's move on.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
We are here. Wow. Here to answer your questions. We sent you guys a story just to know if you had anything that you were curious about, and you have delivered, people. You have delivered.
Yeah. Next question.
And it's good questions,
Yeah.
So we're just gonna go one by one and just like read your questions and then answer them. And certain questions we have answers coming in another video. So if we do have those questions, we'll just like either link it or let you know that it's coming. Let's see what we have here. So we're going this way. It's from the first question to the last.
From the bottom, now we're here.
Oh, okay. This is my friend, so I will start with her. Ainsley on Instagram asked, "Hey girls, what's one thing in 2020 that you regret doing?"
That's boring, but I don't have any regrets, which is nice. It's not a regret doing. It's a regret because of Corona that could not happen.
Yeah. Personally, I don't have any of my actions that I'm like, oh my god, I shouldn't have done that. On the contrary, I feel like I wish I was more productive in 2020 because I was so. I think we were all a bit like, ugh, with everything.
I regret not being more fluent in Korean. Hey,
Yeah,
because I had the time. I
didn't do the
literally
maximum.
had the time, but I was like in like a slump.
Like, but everybody was in the same.
Yeah, I know. It's annoying.
On the contrary, I'm actually quite grateful for this year. It's
Yeah.
been like better than a lot of people.
Yeah.
We didn't get
lucky.
sick, which is
we got very lucky there. Rida 445. I'm bad at this. I am taking a French class. Do you think I will be able to reach a point in where I can speak with?
Speak with a native.
Yeah, I think you will be able at some point.
If you really try hard at some point, but fast.
It's hard. French is really hard.
French is hard even for French people.
Yeah. exceptions on rules on it's a mess.
Yeah, it's like there are so many rules, so if you really want it.
But then again, we know people who took the classes
and speak
actually
very well.
speak.
But that's because they wanted, so they also studied by themselves.
Yeah. I think you can do this. Also native, they understand that it's not your first language anyway.
Yeah,
so they get what you mean, they get the point. The more you speak with a native, the better you're gonna be anyway, so...
Start speaking. Start now, and if you make mistakes, it's fine. _blessing99_ says, "Are you planning on living in Korea afterwards, after your studies? Also, what are you studying?"
Yes.
First question. Yes.
We are planning indeed. We are in the process of updating our visa status.
And there's a video coming on that.
Exactly.
So stay tuned.
We are trying to find a job to stay. I don't know how long I will be staying here, but for now, it feels like the most comfortable place to be. Global MBA.
Yeah, so we're both studying business administration, and we had different majors in undergrad, but the graduate school is more general. It's masters in business administration. We're trying to be CEOs, honey!
What are your jobs in Korea? As a non-Korean, do you think visiting Korea this year is still possible?
First question is, what are our jobs? We don't have any! We just graduated, so we're in the process of looking for jobs.
And as a non-Korean, do you think visiting Korea this year is still possible? It is possible. It's a pain. First of all, it's a pain because you still have to do the 2 weeks quarantine when you arrive here. Second, there's not much you can do because we still have the 5 people ban. Like 5 people gathering in the same place cannot happen for now. The most of places they close very early. So even if you come here, you're not going to be able to enjoy it fully. It would be much better for you to come visit when all of it is open because then you can experience it a lot more.
Everything here happens like at night, bro.
Yeah.
If everything closes at 9 p.m. Shout out to _blessing99_ and thank you for watching our channel. And your third question is, may I ask if you girls know how to be models here? No!
Well, no, we know the concept of it. Like the background, what you need to do. Basically, you need to have an agency that sponsors your visa.
As far as what company, what agency, I have no idea.
So, there's a lot. And there's apparently some sketchy ones, so it's kind of scary.
It's very dangerous.
Like, you hear that stories a lot. Like, I've been with this agency, but then like they make me work to the bone.
Ahmed is my cousin. Wait, you're not even my cousin, you're my niece. Shout out to you, and she says, can you do a day in your life? Just watch our vlog.
We have so many.
Your family. our vlogs. We have a lot of day in our lives. Just check our channel. There's so many vlogs.
Lungelwa. Why South Korean universities? How was admission? What are your plans after graduation? Oh,
The third question we already replied, but
no.
for the first two.
Yeah, so why South Korean university? Because we were in South Korea. But I was in South Korea, I wanted to stay in South Korea, and I was like, oh, it might be better if I actually get a degree here.
Yeah.
The admission was pretty easy
Super easy.
because we are foreigners.
Probably.
So we got that going for us. It's
Yeah.
pretty easy. Like
I think they're globalizing
yeah,
a lot.
yeah,
so
yeah. So they're not asking for much, just basically your past degrees or grades.
Yeah.
And then some later of motivation, something like this. And
yeah.
that is pretty much it.
Yeah.
I had a scholarship just because I was a foreigner.
Yeah, they
Like
would
they
like
give you-
subsidize in her school, which was nice.
I like that. And then the plan after graduation, finding a job.
Ludivine, je suis Ludivin. Y a pas de E à la fin. Est-ce que vous comptez rester en Corée? Do you guys plan on staying in Korea? Yes. And yeah, we plan to work and live in Korea.
This is exactly for you. En combien de temps vous avez votre niveau de coréen? Because I don't have a niveau de coréen.
No, we each have. Okay.
We have a niveau.
We
have
each
a level.
have. I think you might be level 4.
Honestly, yeah.
I'm
3 to
level
4.
maybe. Yeah, exactly. So I would be level 5, and I'm trying to push towards 6.
En combien de temps?
Well, if we take the time that we started, like ABC started, and now 3 years.
18.
We start taking classes
18.
in 18, so it's like 2 years and a half.
Yeah.
Everybody has their own rhythm. Personally, I can hear something in the drama and like I know how to use it right away.
Yeah.
But you have the more
Me,
traditional way of
yeah,
like,
it's way more like I need to hear it, see it, and say it
write
at the
it.
same time. Like the whole thing needs to be here. That's why I'm like a little bit slower.
You're too scared to talk.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You're too scared.
Oh my god.
Me,
It's
I didn't
really
care.
bad. Let me be very clear. Even in the beginning when you were scared, like not necessarily fluent, yeah, you still have the
Because I'm just
drama,
good at imitating.
yeah, the drama
I'm good at
imitation in
imitating.
your thing. I'm really bad at this. I'm working on it.
Jujun Ik. How long do you plan to stay in Korea?
For now, a couple of years.
Yeah.
Sound good, and then we, like, you know, life. You don't plan life.
Yeah.
So for now, just saying until the end of this year.
Yeah, at least. Camila_nem.
Quelque chose à laquelle vous ne vous habituerez jamais en Corée.
I don't have anything.
I have.
Bonne.
The spitting on the floor pisses me off.
But people do this all the time in France.
Yeah, I didn't say that they do. Ah, you mean something only here?
In Korea, like specifically Korean. People, like smokers in France, spit on the floor. Sometimes it's like, ooh, why would you do that? You could just spit somewhere else, I don't know.
Not in front of me!
But,
Like, why?
yeah. But something specifically Korean?
How difficult it is for foreigners to do anything online. For Korean it makes sense because they have the whole registration thing that they come from their social security number.
And their
blah, blah,
name is
blah.
3 syllables,
Yeah.
so everything is...
Yeah. For us, first of all,
We have long names.
we have freaking long names. I have so many names. I'm like, why? I have 4 names. My family name and then like 3 first name, okay? And you have to write the whole thing.
And then sometimes it's like...
To reach the limits. So you block and you cannot like register to stuff, and like online banking is also a pain.
Yeah, online
Like-
banking is
Like the whole thing online for foreigners, it's a pain.
because
It's a
of
pain.
the registration process.
Yeah,
It's so long.
It's annoying.
Interpack, we're looking at you.
Please make some changes. Another thing too is the trash situation. Recycling is strong in Korea. I support that.
Yeah.
But a need of a bit more of those trash cans.
And information about how to recycle. We have to learn that though. It's not our country.
No,
We
but
have to
the
learn
thing
that.
is, like in one side is like you need to recycle and people are very strong about it, and in another side you see the street and you're like,
Yeah, a lot of people like litter, and I'm like,
is it recycling or not recycling? I don't
like, y'all
get
need
it.
to
Which
stop.
one
Like,
is it?
I see like trash cans and people just throw next to the
Yeah.
trash can. Why?
Why? It's a bit confusing still to me. I think I'm gonna get used to it at some point,
Oh.
but still a bit confusing. Drama préféré, favorite drama.
It's easy for me. Weightlifting fairy, Timbuktu.
Yeah, this is okay. Because I also have Secretary Kim.
Kimbiso Wego
Yeah. This is also very nice. Also, it depends on the genre. This is like romance comedy. Police thriller wise. I always forget the name. The guy.
If we find it, let's put a picture of it here.
But this is a very good drama. And there's all the thing with the lawyers. There's a lot of good drama.
There's so many. But
and Itaewon Class, I really like.
Itaewon, yeah. I guess. Next question. Noise_13. Do you recommend Africans going to South Korea? I'm thinking of working there. I recommend anybody who wants to go to Korea to go to Korea.
But yeah, the nationality doesn't matter. But you need to have experience that they require, language that they require, blah, blah, blah,
as long as you follow everything, you're good.
If you want to be sponsored by the teaching visa, you have to have a nationality of an English-speaking country, meaning the States, Canada, New Zealand, South Africa, Australia, and the UK.
So that's for English
those
teachers.
Are the English teaching. The other job, it's really depending on university you can, like the degree you have, how many years of experience do you have, and basically why do they need you rather than somebody else that they can have here.
This is for you.
Yeah, I know. The real Didi, was it hard to learn Korean? It is hard to learn Korean.
It was not. At the beginning.
Like the alphabet and like the basic sentence structure, you get it pretty fast. 10! I hate it. I'm so pissed at myself, honestly.
You could go back to Talk to Me in Korean sometime, like for the speaking. Oh, you really still? Talk to Me in Korean is this amazing
really
platform.
Nice,
oh my god, like we're not sponsor us, but we're not sponsored or anything. But we started really with Talk to Me in Korean. Talk to Me in Korean.
This is the Bible.
Shout out to Talk to Me in Korean. I don't remember the guy's name. I'll put his picture here. Hanu Maza? I don't know.
They're doing new stuff on YouTube. It's very nice. I really like the new concept people. So
Talk to Me in Korean is this like the name. They're teaching Korean and they have so they have this website. They have books with the same lessons in the website. They have workbooks and they have an application where the lessons in the book are in audio version. And they give examples and they have a YouTube channel.
It's really clear.
It's clear, crystal clear. Like if you speak English. Because that's how they teach in English. Oh my god,
it's really nice.
Amazing! Like amazing. If people want to know, let us know and we'll make a separate video of like all the material that we use. We'll show you the books and everything. Shout out to Talking Korean. Thank you. You made me who I am today.
Christian Ovala says, "Are you teaching English?" No, I'm not.
No. What is our same person as Chan Hovala is asking our nationality.
French.
I also have French nationality, but I also have Senegalese nationality. I was born and raised in Senegal, and then I immigrated with my family to France, and I am now a French citizen.
Level 15. When did you start going overseas and realize that you want to learn about other cultures?
Ooh, that's a good question for you.
I started at 0 year old. Very nice.
So let's do the rundown. You were born in?
I was born in Paris, and then I went back where my family was living at the time, which was Ghana. Then moved to Gabon.
Wow.
Then moved to Senegal.
And we didn't even meet there.
Oh my god! Well, I was 5, so after Senegal, went to the French islands, Caribbean islands, so Martinique and Guadeloupe, where I did my high school, middle school, high school over there. Came back to France, where I met her in Paris in freshman year.
And then after that we went studying abroad in the States.
Yeah. The good thing with Europe is that it's really easy to go around.
Yeah.
So that's
Didn't you go to London?
I went to a lot of places.
Yeah. So she traveled a lot.
Yeah, I went to a lot of places. I made use of the European situation. We went to Venice.
Oh yeah, we went to Italy.
I did like a little tour of Asia too.
And she lived in Japan for 6 months. I lived in Japan
for 6 months.
I forgot that.
And then I was like, I like Asia. Let me come back. And then I
came
back.
And then she did a tour. I forgot that she did a tour. She did
Actually,
a
went to
whole
Australia
Asia tour.
too. I went to Australia for the study. I went around and I like going around. So that's why Corona is a bit tough on me. But the Asian trip was very eye-opening. And
we
I was
went
like,
to Thailand.
Yes.
Thank you guys for your questions.
Very nice questions. I like it. It all ties together pretty nicely. Good job.
Good job, guys.
You did that, but good job.
And shout out to the people who are subscribing. 열심히 하겠습니다. We will catch you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe. Click the like button and click on that little bell so that you can get our notifications when we post a new video.
Alright, do all of that.
I tried to be as professional as I could.
It's okay.
Thank you.
And we will see you in the next video.
Bye.
Bye-bye now.